cold. It's May. Look at winter jacket, thick hoodie. I got thick gloves on. I'm freezing.
Crying.
I hate this place.
Chemtrails, right?
Something like that.
It's the government.
Yeah, it's the government. It's Elon Musk's Neuralink brain chips intercepting all the chemical cloud waves, clearly.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, all that.
Dude, drink some more coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, I got a little job that we can go film, like he said, May 3rd, and it's freezing cold out. I got a little job. It's for a repeat customer, and he doesn't care if we film. He's not there anyways. It's his summer home. Okay, we have arrived. He's gonna start unchaining the machine, and I'm gonna show you what's going on. So we got a gas line. The gas line is under here, runs down the whole street this way, like so. Then we got a water main that runs right over here. So here's the water main. Here's the water line going to the house. This doesn't matter to me because we did this side of the house last year, all around that hydrant and everything. So the water main, just so you know, the water main runs along here, and then it tees out, and then it runs up to the hydrant. It was in the woods when we first came here. The tree guy cut down all the trees on the side of this whole house, all the way out to the, probably about to there, like in line with that mulch bed. I think it was last year or the year before. I think it was the year before. And now what he wants to do is he wants to take out these stumps, and he wants to fill in over there and just take out a little bit and then taper it down to the bottom of the trees. This one here, probably, he said, we're gonna leave that, probably go over it, just because I don't want to ruin this tree, disturb the roots, because that's a big boy. So if that thing starts to die, I mean, it's gonna die anyways. I told him he's got to start cutting the ivy off. Problem is it's not really his tree. There's also a Comcast buried wire here for communication, and let me tell you, the last time we were here, it is not buried that deep, so we got to be careful about that. Also, when I was here, I did tell him about this, so I'm hoping this is like the old wire under this ivy, but I don't know. First things first, we're gonna unload the machine. Then I have some demo on the truck from the last job. I'm gonna shoot down. We're close to the demo place, dump that off. Then I'm gonna come back here, and then we're gonna get going.
All right, guys. So, because we don't entirely trust DigSafe because they have marked a bunch of stuff out wrong on us before, I'm going to be keeping an eye on the back of the bucket as he's digging these out. I really just want to make sure that we don't pull up any cable or electrical wires, because that would suck. And they have marked stuff wrong on us before, so... Alright, guys. So, I literally just finished saying that they marked stuff wrong, and what do you know? Wabam! There's a cable here. Looks like it's just cable, but unmarked. Again. I was just saying that too. I was just telling you guys that they always mark stuff out wrong. What?
I wonder if it's this old one.
Oh, he's saying he wonders if it's that old one. So maybe this isn't a live one. We're not entirely sure, but it was unmarked. As you can see, there's the markings over here that the cable goes from there, oh, right where he's going, so it goes from there all the way this way, up that way. No, what?
Not that one.
Oh, he says it's not that old one, so that is the old one. That's why that was bundled up, sitting on the stump here. Is that was confirmed to be the old cable, but this one over here is just unmarked, and it's barely in the ground. Look at, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not even 2 inches in the ground, maybe an inch and a half, maybe at most.
Right
so
then.
yeah,
Do me
a favor, take pictures of that so I can send it to the customer.
Yep.
That it's not marked.
Yep, will do. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get pictures to send to the customer. Doing that. Oh yeah, look at it, goes all the way back. Oh, yep. Oh, stop. Oh, yeah, see, so it doesn't come from over there. See, you got, it says that marking to that marking to there, and then up to the house, you see the orange flags. It comes this way. So it's just completely unmarked, completely wrong. This happens frequently, actually. Okay, so I just got pictures of how it was marked wrong. Essentially, it was supposed to follow according to the markings when we had it DigSafe. Yeah.
Get a picture.
It was supposed to go there to there, then up through here, then to there. Just following the orange markings with the flags.
Real quick, please, so I can keep going.
Yep.
And then take a shovel and expose that one.
Okay.
Just bend it backwards towards the lawn. Pull it through the grass a little if you can. And then just leave it up. And then yeah, fold it down. Everybody's gonna drive by and that's gonna be like a mark of shame. I hate that. They're like, oh look, they ripped that out. These are some big stumps. I'm gonna have to get under them more. There you go. Not noticeable now. We won't get made fun of by the other contractors when they drive by. Oh, look at those guys. What am I sitting on? It's Friday and it feels like a Monday. I'm so aggravated. First bucket. First bucket. You're like, yeah, they don't mark out stuff good.
I was just saying on camera, I'm gonna be watching the bucket as he's digging this out because
Well, don't admit to that because you just admitted you weren't doing your job.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna be watching the bucket. I gotta keep cutting the roots like that one. See, that's a big root. So this isn't the kind of job you'd bring a 315 down here for. Otherwise, the 315 would have just yanked this right out of the ground. But let me keep ripping these big roots, and then I'll check back in as soon as I get it to where it's about to come out. It's moving. I can see it moving. I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep you guys running. I don't know. See, there's another one. You might lose this mulch bed a little bit. Also, I gotta straighten out because I'm pulling off the corner of the blade here, you know, this way. That's not good. So I don't like to pull too much on the blade anyways. That's not really what it's for. It's basically just like a backfill blade, but everybody always uses them to stabilize, which is not what they're meant for. And the guy I bought this machine off of, well, I bought this used off of a dealer, but the guy who traded it in, he had bent this blade, and I think that's what he was doing. So if I get straight on with it now, that's that big one that goes right over there. That's the topsoil that we put in. I don't like doing that. I need like a ripper like Dirt Boss has. Look at that. This bucket's two feet wide, so when you pull out these roots, you can kind of gauge how fat they are, like 4 inch. There we go. I got that I got that. Come on. One piece at a time, and it definitely cost me a dime. Definitely not gonna quit my day job for singing. Whatever, sun's trying to come out. I'm in a good mood just because I'm going away. Oh, look it! Oh, come on, come on. Yeah. I'm going to Florida next week, me and the wife, so gotta get the stump out. Yeah. I gotta get under it. Come on! Yes, boss. Right out of there?
Yeah.
This is a strong mini, but it is a big stump. I'm gonna rebuild this mini too, you know, once the shop's done. Soup to nuts, all pins, bushings, paint job, glass maybe, front windshield. There we go, there we go. Come on, baby. Komatsu. Komatsu. How do you say Komatsu in Japanese? Bryson? Komatsu. Come on, you need me to tell you the story about the little engine that could? Ah. What they put in that coffee, dude? Need to get some more. Whoop.
I think you can twist it out if you keep pulling more out.
Yeah. I'm just worried about spilling my coffee.
Well, let me see it.
It's on the floor.
Yeah, let me see it. All right, I'll put it on the steps.
I don't know what they put in there. Maybe some happy juice or something, but I'm in a wicked good mood even though this ain't working out too good. Jeez, Louise. Come on, Louise. Wow. This is all sand. Come on. She's not happy. I got an idea. Usually these white pines, you can just do one side of them and they will hinge like flip over. You don't have to do all the way around them. Just try not to dig big holes because of the utilities that are around here, but I have a funny feeling we're gonna have to dig big holes. I think that other one, Bryson, we're gonna have to uncover that line next to it and move the line. Because the way these are coming out,
If it's that shallow, yeah.
well, the way that these are coming out, I thought they were just gonna flop out like the white pines always do, but come on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Riding the struggle bus. Riding the struggle bus. Put that in my mulch pile. Well, I'm just saying, look at how much around this one I gotta dig to get it out, and look where that line is on that other one. Definitely gonna have to move that line first. And then this one over here, I mean, that one, I mean, that gas line's quite a bit away, so it's not like we haven't done them on the gas lines before. Come on. There we go. That's what I wanted it to do, was flip. They don't have deep roots, they're just like surface, kind of like maples. No, the pitch pines have tap roots, white pines just grow across the surface. That's why these are the first to blow over in the storm. Kind of need the fill. Give it a couple drops. Drop it on the other one.
There you go.
There's a thud.
Another one.
One more for good luck.
One more. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Clean that off good. I'll be able to put that right in the truck. Pine is light, so I'll have to reposition though. I got the barn door set up on the truck already. You want to do that before you load it. Otherwise, sometimes it's hard to get pins and stuff. I don't know if I can pick this up that high. I'm gonna try. Oh yeah. Komatsu, baby. Oh, don't fall until we're over. Oh yeah. That was pretty nice.
You said it's such a small area that trying not to dig a giant hole to get these out is kind of a pain. Yeah, you say in the back of the machine's already hitting that tree branch. It's just a pain with some of these stumps. Yeah, that's not budging at all. Look at that.
Every time you feel one and you can't feel like you can't rip it, what you gotta do is you gotta go farther away from it, because they get skinnier as you get out. So then if you can't rip it there, you move down a little bit more and then you can, like that. The only problem is on this side, you can't do that too much, so I had to just keep chipping little pieces, all that little crap, because you can't get farther over here because of the gas line. So, and then, I don't know if you can hear it, but every time I turn, I got this branch that's, you know, it's kind of like hitting the cab, so I can't go any farther back. Not excuses, just facts.
Okay, so try to get down in there. Getting it. Try twisting it. Nope. Yeah, so it definitely has a tap root that's going down the mill down in there. It's just a pain to get at. This is gonna leave a decent hole, so gonna need to get a bunch more fill for this. You see, he's all the way down on that side. As you can see, when he hits the stump, it's just like teetering off a point in the middle. That's the annoying ass taproot. They are obnoxious to deal with, let me tell you. All right, looks like we're gonna have to fiddle around with this some more. Oh, maybe he can. Oh, you get it? You get it? Push it out though. Nice, very nice. Gotta just pluck it. Yep, there it is. And that one in the middle is what we were talking about. Creepy looking. There it is. So we're gonna probably pick this up, drop it a bunch, and then load it in the truck.
Yeah, so there's another wire.
Unmarked.
Unmarked phone wire going this way. So that's unmarked. Then this one here, look at the line, the flags going this way, comes out, loops, goes over to here, and this is the one that went that way with no marking, and now it's going this way. So
we don't even know if this was supposed to be the orange marking. So
I mean,
is this one just super deep, maybe?
I don't know. I mean, where does this go? Does it turn and go that way, or does it go that way?
Well, it's already turned, what, 3 times since we dug it up, so it could turn again. I don't know.
It went like this.
Wait, is it loose? No.
No. Dig over here, see where if it goes there. I mean,
Dude, these roots
I mean,
like,
the gas company's normally pretty good, but these communications companies are terrible.
roots are terrible.
And to be honest with you, we rip this stuff up all the time because of it. And I leave the ends up, and I just tell the homeowner, call your provider and tell them come fix their screw up. We've got to take a lot of pictures and, you know.
You got to get proof that they didn't mark it.
Right.
But, yeah, they don't mark it all the time. They suck.
I might call them right now.
What, the homeowner?
No, DigSafe.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, it's not turning, I don't think, but it could.
Stop cussing.
These roots make it so tiring and difficult to dig.
I mean, it's like 10 o'clock, and we have like just one more stump, and then we can. I mean, this was supposed to be an easy day, but I should have known. It's Friday. Why is it going that way now?
I have no idea.
This is ridiculous. Alright, I gotta call them. Bye.
We called DigSafe and they said they couldn't get to it right away because they were really backed up. So my dad said, to hell with it. You know, we need to get this done. So I'm keeping a real close eye for a conduit. We dug a hole over there. Well, we dug a hole here. You can't really see it anymore because, you know, digging there. But we dug a hole right there as well, down probably like 1.5 foot, and there's nothing there. So just keeping a close eye on, under, and around this stump where he's digging, because we just need to get this stump out and then we're done. We can, you know, leave the wires that were unmarked. We can leave them sticking out of the ground as we fill around them and fill this area up again. But this is the last stump that needs to come out of the ground, so we're just trying to get it out so that we can move on with this job. The roots in this yard are just brutal. Just another one that does not want to come up. Being real careful here to look out at the bucket, but like I said, I dug a hole right there, and then another one over here that, you know, it's gone now, and we didn't see anything. We needed to just be loose enough on this side to pull it from that side. Hopefully try to either flip it that way or maybe flip it out like this, whichever way we can do it. Ideally, we don't want to have to dig a whole bunch on this side for this stump here. Oh wait, Verizon. And looks like Verizon has arrived. So we will check back in a minute. Alright, so Verizon's leaving now. He told us don't worry about their line, just, you know, leave it stubbed out of the ground as we finish it up. But he said that, yeah, this orange line's got to be Comcast or someone else, probably Comcast, because it's what it's marked out as, or at least what they tried to mark it out as. But yeah, he said that that's bullshit, the way that's marked out and how it, you know, it's marked out here, but it goes this way. Yeah, it's bullshit. That's what he said. But yep, there's the other end. Stump's almost out, thankfully. Coming out any second now. We're just here keeping an eye, making sure that nothing comes up right here. Hopefully on this side of the stumps, just, you know, surface roots. You know, it's not gonna pull anything up. Getting there, yep.
You good?
I think we're good. It looks good. I don't see nothing. Yeah, I don't see nothing. I think we're good.
I'm willing to bet this is an old one.
Oh, it's empty. Look in it.
No, it's got wire in the end.
Oh, there was an empty one. Yeah, it's probably an old one.
Nice.
Because the other end of the Verizon guy is right here. You see?
Yeah, but he said,
yeah. Yeah, this is the other end.
yeah. So
We'll leave that stubbed out.
we'll leave that. This is not this. This goes to that other wire.
Yeah.
The other first ball.
Yeah. This is the one that they left balled up and painted. You can see it's got white paint on it.
No, I painted it white
Oh,
when
you
I
painted
came to DigSafe it.
Oh, okay.
The job. I painted it white for them because
Alright.
I wanted them to mark where it goes.
Right.
It's a mess. The guy was very nice, and he said that the company that they hired to do all the other, it's like 3 different water company, gas company, TV, and electric all come at different times. But the one that do this electric wire are supposed to do the juice to the house. And if it's private service, they're supposed to at least give me the first 5 or 6 feet off the road in the direction that the electric is going.
Well, they did do
in
that.
red.
Yeah, that's what they did. The
That's
red flag.
not
That's like 12 feet off
That's
the
not
road.
supposed to do it. They're supposed to give me paint markings with a directional course.
Oh.
That is not enough.
Yeah.
They normally give me arrows and like they paint out like they did across the street.
Yeah.
So whatever.
All right, guys. So DigSafe just showed up, and as for this big red wire that ran across this way that was unmarked, that's a nothing dead wire. So that's nice. These orange Comcast flags that you see coming up this way and that go up to the house, that is not Comcast. That is the electrical, so that's the power to the house. So that's wrong. And then Comcast was unmarked, so he just marked this for me. It's these orange dots going this way. And he says that they go here, turn, and then follow there, and then go across the street. So that's nice. So we got where Comcast actually is, so runs this way. Luckily, we're not doing any digging or anything over here. And this is not Comcast, this is the power. So that's that sorted out. This is actually the Verizon cable. It was just unmarked. But we are done digging. We're going to be filling in now and then bring in the topsoil. So that's quite nice.
Alright, so I'm just gonna get rid of this crap, load this into the truck, haul it off. I'm not gonna grub anymore down there. I actually had talked to him about not grubbing that out because we're filling that in. Because I don't really know what's under there, and I'm all done digging. I don't trust that they've marked things in these yards correct, so I'm at a point where I really don't need to rip up anything else. So once I get rid of this stuff, we will start putting stuff back. He's gonna spread this fill while I'm gone to the dump. So that's where we're at.
All right, so what's going on here is I'm basically taken from where he's dumping the fill, and I'm scooping it over to this area right here, and then I've been pushing it back. I'm trying to avoid, messing up the grass right there, and then I'm gonna, you can see where I'm tracking and just pushing it with the blade. Yeah, so this is a point of view that you guys don't really get much. You guys don't really watch me operate very much. Just, here, let me move the bucket a bit so you guys can kind of see. Experiment with a new angle real quick for you guys. I want to try something. All right, this is a new angle for you guys. You gotta let me know what you think of this one. Luckily, we got a magnet on the bottom of the camera, so I can stick it to the floor no problem. But this is a bit of a different one. I don't think my dad does this one much. I'm not sure if he's ever done this angle for you guys. Basically, I got the little like handheld thing that our camera's on with a magnet on the bottom. I got it extended up, so it's kind of like a stick-on tripod without the tri. It's just one leg with a magnet on the bottom. And I operate with the front window open anyways, so I just got you guys right on the floor, right up against where the window would be. Let me know if you guys like this angle. It's not really in the way of any of the pedals. I'm surprised he hasn't done this yet. I'm gonna make sure that I get that area over there cleaned up for when the truck gets back. Is because he called me on the phone and he got some new earbuds for the phone so that he can, you know, talk hands-free, and the earbuds are just, I don't know, like they must be knockoffs or something because the microphone's terrible on them. Alrighty guys, and here we are. Just talking with him, and we're gonna get the rest of this out, and then we got another thing that we're doing down here anyways that requires a skid steer. We spent so much time waiting around for DigSafe this morning, so it really set us back on this job. So tomorrow, when we're down here doing the other stuff with the skid steer, we're just gonna bring the skid steer by here to finish up the job. But so yeah, we're taking the Mini out tonight. So, you know, and he's going to get shells. That's what he's yelling right now. And he's going to get shells for one of our good customers. Friend of ours. You get him some shells for his house. There we go. Oh, a little too low right there. Went a little too deep. That's why I got that crap in the bucket.
Alright, it's Saturday morning. Forgot my camera, so I'm using my phone, getting another load of fill. We ran out of time yesterday, so I'm gonna get some fill from my buddy, put it on the truck, and I'll see you when we get there. Alright, I just dropped this load of fill, and I just got to get this down there. This is as far as I got with the mini blade yesterday, so I just got to finish that little corner down there, and then, you know, do a nice line here. Not so far. He kind of got a little close to that tree yesterday, but that's okay. So just gotta make a nice line down there. I should have brought the tilt bucket. I haven't been using it because I've been training my youngest son, you know, after he gets off of work and stuff, and he can't see the cutting edge. So rather than make it complicated, I'm training him how to use the machine, and then once he gets better, I'll teach him how to use the tilt bucket. You would think that it would be easier with the tilt bucket to learn, but it's not, because it puts it 8 inches out more, so you can't see the cutting edge. So you got to know what you're doing with this bucket. This is not like Dirt Boss's bucket. The Kubotas are a little longer bucket. You know, the cutting edge might be out to here. They're more shallow. The Takeuchi bucket's more back and taller in the back, which I like because it shortens up the machine. It keeps stuff from spilling over the back. But it does when you have the tilt attach on it. I call it a tilt bucket. People have given me a hard time about calling it a tilt bucket because it's a tilt plate. But come on, you know what I'm talking about. I hate when people are splitting hairs over things. You know what I mean? If I call something one thing and that's not its technical term, but you really know what I'm talking about, like, come on. I definitely should have brought the tilt bucket, because this angle down there is really, really hard to work. I've been having to turn sideways like that and then back blade it up. But I don't know. I mean, I'm getting it. This little bit here, I mean, I just put the machine in here, but you got to be careful because you don't want the cab to lean over and touch the trees either, you know. So I got the throttle down so you can hear me, but I've been putting it down like that and then just backing up like so on this angle, trying to hold the straight line right there and have the taper down to the before the tree. I don't want to bury the tree, but have the straight line up there and have it come out flat and then dip. It's okay if we're a tiny bit low up there because we're gonna put topsoil on it anyway. So, but trying to get this sandy stuff to pack while you're sliding on it, it's a little challenging. And then like right here, the machine wants to go back out to where the ground is flat. This is where the tilt bucket would come in perfect. And then I don't know what's behind me, but I'm getting stuck on something. Probably the old stump. There was one stump that we didn't dig out. Yeah, that's what it is, right there. So that means I gotta build that up to go over it and then cover it with the topsoil. I didn't want to dig it out because I didn't want to ruin that tree, if you remember. But all right, let me get some progress here and I'll check back in. Just to give you an idea of the angle, this is level if I hold the camera like that. So it's kind of hard because I don't want to slide into those trees, especially that leader that's coming off behind me. I got to turn before I get to that. So you see the track marks going that way. As soon as I get to that, I got to turn. But what happens is when you turn, the tracks mess up the embankment. And I don't have enough room to backblade this way because of the patio. And I really don't want to mess this up because I didn't factor to redo it. I think we're almost there. I mean, obviously I got to do a little hand shoveling around the... I wish the phone would stop focusing on my finger. I got to do a little hand shoveling around over there, that tree. And then I think we'll be good to topsoil this. I really wish I brought the triaxle for that because running loads of topsoil in the six-wheeler is going to suck, but it's only topsoil, so it's not going to be as much as the fill because you're not filling in, so it's real, 4 inches across the top. All right, I just hit that with the rake. I'm trying to keep this line here and just have gradual taper. And I didn't want to keep sliding and messing it up with the skid steer. So what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll dump buckets of topsoil and I'll just pull it down with the rake. And then I'll just stay up here. But I want to give him a straight line out because I think he might be putting a fence at the top of the ridge all the way from there, all the way straight down. So I told him I'd wait until it settles. I wouldn't do it right away, in case we gotta add a little more later, but all right, I gotta go get the topsoil now. Trying to do this one-handed. Probably not a good idea. Now this ain't gonna work one-handed. Let me get this all spread and I'll check back with you. But this is what I'm doing. I'm just gonna keep spreading this and work my way out. All right, I was playing around with the grade for a bit, but I'm gonna jump out and just rake it. I got it pretty much where I want it. I just gotta rake out all the ruts and the marks, and then I left a little pile down here so I can fix this edge by the road. All right, I'm like halfway. This is what I'm using because I didn't bring the power rake because I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff to bring. But he wanted a gradual incline down to the bottom of the trees. So I had to keep the line back here so I could do gradual. If you go over more, then you have a steep drop off. So he was trying to avoid the steep drop off. So that's kind of how it's going to look. And then he said he's going to plant all through here with big green plants and stuff. So, all right, let me finish out to the road. All right, so the machine is loaded up. He's going to seed it himself. But this is how it came out. I just called him, talked to him, texted him some pictures because he doesn't live here. He's mailing me a check. He's a repeat customer. He's a really good customer. Always pays no problem. So Sent him a couple pictures, and we're done. We're out of here. Have a good one, neighbors. Catch you on the next one.